Hey everybody, it's Joel Williams and Chase Elleby at Williams Elleby coming to you today with week number 42 out of our video series of 52 weeks of personal injury. Today we want to talk to you about the value of a neck injury case, how we determine the value, because that's a question we get a lot.
Right, yeah, we always get the question of what is my case worth? You know, neck injury cases are very similar to other sort of like neck, back, arm, those types of cases, and it really, at the end of the day, really depends, right? That's kind of the classic lawyer answer. Well, it just depends, because there's so many factors that go into determining what the actual value of any case is worth. So first thing we look at, obviously, is liability, right? Is liability clear? Is it clear that the person ran the red light and caused the wreck? Is it clear that the restaurant, failed to put a caution floor slippery sign up and you fall and get hurt? So that's always the first question, liability. Once you get past that, next thing you're looking at is, okay, well, this person's liable. Is there coverage?
Yeah, how are you going to get paid for it even if they are at fault? So the second thing is to, number one, you look and see how much insurance is available from the person who caused your neck injury. And then second, if there's not enough insurance available, what kind of assets does that person have? Did you get hit by a Coca-Cola CEO? Or did you get hit by somebody who's got mortgages on their house and everything's, they got loans for everything that they do have and they couldn't pay you if they wanted to?
Right. The value is going to really depend on what coverage is available or what assets are available. Right. We've had wrongful death cases with very little. We've had minor injury cases with a ton of insurance. So,
that's right.
Right. The next thing you look at with a neck injury specifically is, well, what kind of injury is it? Are we talking a muscle injury where it's a strain, a sprain, or are we talking a disc injury? We have a herniation, a bulge, a fracture, those types of things.
Yeah, neck injury can mean a lot of things.
Right.
Yeah. And what Chase is talking about is, if you get a pulled muscle, it's probably going to get better on its own over time. Maybe a few massages, maybe a few chiro visits and that kind of thing. But also when we talk about neck injuries, we're also under that umbrella, we talk about injuries to the spine in the neck. You could break your neck. You could be paralyzed and be a quadriplegic. You could have pinched nerves. You could have herniations or protrusions or extruding disc in your neck. And by disc, I mean, we've got the hard vertebra in our spine and we have this soft cushioning material called a disc in between our vertebra that keeps our bones from rubbing together. Well, sometimes trauma can cause that disc to herniate or extrude and impinge on nerve roots, and you may have somebody may think they have an arm injury because there's radiation and tingling or numbness going into their arm when it's really a neck injury. And a strained muscle in your neck is valued a lot differently than a cervical herniation or a neck herniation. And neck herniations are valued a lot differently than somebody who breaks their neck and becomes a quadriplegic.
Right. You can also have a degenerative condition or something you didn't even know was wrong with your neck, say, an osteophyte or arthritis. That was dormant or wasn't causing any pain, then all of a sudden you get in a wreck or get hit or fall or whatever it might be, all of a sudden you're having pain, right? So that is also another type of injury where it wasn't maybe not necessarily caused by whatever the act was, but you're now experiencing symptoms and pain which requires treatment. So,
yeah. Which leads to the next point is the value of your neck injury case is also going to be dependent on the type of treatment you have. Right. Because if you just go to the chiro for 12 weeks and then you're fine after that, that's great for you,
right.
But your case is probably not worth a lot of money. If you end up having a neck surgery, or you treat for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, or you never can stop treating because of the nature of your injury, then your case is worth a lot more money, assuming that there's assets or insurance there to cover those damages.
Right, and sort of kind of at the end of the treatment, the next question in determining the value of the case is whether or not that injury is permanent. Mm-hmm. Right, what you hope for and what you want is to have either sore neck, get treatment, you feel great, everything's done, you put it behind you. But sometimes that's not the case, right? You might have all this treatment, might have to have neck surgery, and the neck surgery might help, say, up to 90%, but you still have that 10% that you're never going to get back, and oh, by the way, other discs in your neck might be impacted in the future, so you have this permanency that's going to be with you for the rest of your life, which would only increase, the value of the case, right? Which, quite frankly, you don't want a valuable case, right? You don't want to be holding that $1 million check or that $500,000 check, because if you are, you're in a bad spot.
Yeah. So the answer to the question is of what is the value of a neck injury case varies from $1,000 to $50 million. Right. Because if you're a quadriplegic, you may need $50 million to just get the care you need the rest of your life. If you get in the wreck and your neck is sore for 2 days, $1,000 is probably a pretty good recovery.
Right.
You know, the truth of the matter though is that most cases fall somewhere in between that range. So if you do have a cervical fusion surgery in your neck or some kind of surgery, you should at least be, assuming that there's insurance or assets to recover from, you should at least be looking into the 6 figures in most cases. If it's chiropractic, you may be looking at, you know, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, depending on your type of case. If you have a broken neck and you can't walk anymore, then you're talking about, you know, catastrophic damages at that point.
Yeah, so, absolutely.
All right, so there's another video where our answer is it depends, but we hope the video has been helpful to you in understanding the different variables to consider when trying to value a neck injury. If it has been helpful, please give us a thumbs up or share this video with your friends. Otherwise, we will see you next week for video number 43, where we will discuss what happens at the trial of an injury case.